What have I done? What have I become? I can't describe this. This is my mid-mic crisis.
Hello and welcome to the Mid-Mic Crisis. I am Bunchu alongside my very clear and esteemed co-host, Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy? Look at that camera, baby.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I was FaceTiming my dad earlier, and he's like, he was blown away with this kind of technology.
Just a clear camera.
Just a clear camera was mind-blowing to him.
Well, don't send him this episode because you'll blow his balls off then. Because, all right, what's the hat this week?
That's the green hat. I had
you may have more hats than me. I always wear a hat, but it's always the same one.
Yeah, I like to coordinate the hat to the shirts and make sure everything's.
All right, what's the shirt game today? It's very good.
It's just like I think it's like a cowboy type shirt, but it has like roses on it.
Like
a cowboy
Bigfoot rose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Nothing too crazy though.
Wonderful. You're looking fly. You've got the new clear camera going, and look at us. I mean, we are coming to you in 4K.
Professional setup here.
We're at least professional. I don't know about pro, but we're definitely professional. We've got a show for you today. We are here to chat all things going on in the AI world, the crypto world, and play some fun in games. So, Chamber, I would say I'm a little less prepared than normal. My family got hit with the vid pretty hard this past week, so we've been knocked out. This was, I'll tell you, the worst I've ever had it. Probably I think it's the third time I've had it, and this was the worst. You could probably still hear it in my voice, but today was my first negative test. But we've been down and out with the vid, and this just goes to show that our new AI clones will never get sick.
No, the more, this is how important they are now, especially on the heels. I don't know if you heard this. The World Health Organization, maybe within the last few hours, just posted that monkeypox is a global epidemic at this point. So I didn't even know what that was.
I thought monkeypox was just something you see at NFT NYC.
Right?
Yeah, just that Ape Fest. I thought that's what you get after too much fun at Ape Fest is monkeypox.
Yeah, that's what happened to all the wallets holding Bored Apes. They got monkeypox, and they are.
Wait, so where was monkeypox found?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just saw it on Twitter. I didn't tell me where it was. And honestly, with Twitter these days, I don't even know what's actually happening. So.
ZG, big fan of monkeypox.
Yeah.
So we got that going on for us. But yeah, the vid hit us hard, so a little less prepared today, but we will persevere. Again, this just goes and goes to show how important our new AI clones are. Chamber, we've been working away. We talked about it a little bit last week. We've been working away on the Mid-Mic Daily Bite.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been liking the progress on that? We should tell the people again what the Mid-Mic Daily Bite is.
So, I mean, the Mid-Mic Daily Bite is AI generated Bunchu and Chamber. So we trained our voices using 11 labs to be able to create, to be able to create a show. But 11 Labs was the program we used to clone our voices. You have created a what do we call it? A Rube Goldberg machine of AI technology that creates scripts, uses our clone voices.
I almost want to explain what we do here, because I think it's actually crazy. I probably should explain it, because I think people will be more excited and interested to listen to the Mid-Mic Daily Bite,
I agree.
knowing the work that goes on behind this. So let's before we get into kind of our main topic of the day then and our fun and games, let's talk about the Mid-Mic Daily Bite, because it's not just a promotional thing. It is an experiment in these tools. It is a way to, you and I were talking the other day about how the world is just headed towards more and more content, and you have to be able to put stuff out consistently and frequently and repurpose and be topical and be fast. And by the
Yes.
way, side note, congratulations on your very viral YouTube short. It actually it surpassed your personal TikTok best, I believe, right?
I'd have to look at the numbers. It's pretty close.
I believe it may have passed the Gary Busey sausage.
Buttered sausage.
Yeah, buttered sausage. That's right.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. But yes, it was the Australian breakdancing. We created an AI song to go along with that, and within just over 24 hours, we got like 350,000 views. And then they took it down. And then they took it away from me. They took away my baby.
We can't have nice things ever.
No, we can't.
It's
but it did work. It did work.
It worked, and it led us to this conversation, right? So, I think when people think or hear about AI generated content, there's an immediate stigma to it. Would you agree or disagree?
Oh, especially for quote unquote normies, you know what I mean? Like regular people do not like AI. Or like there's a stigma attached to it. Like you mentioned.
Isn't that kind of weird?
It is very weird.
Do you think it's weird?
I think it's probably programmed from like all of the like sci-fi we've been, consuming over the
Black Mirror really fucked us,
Yeah, like but I mean even before that, like you know what I mean? The Jetsons with that robot maid,
Yeah. I'm more offended by Jane just taking the entire wallet and leaving George with just the $1 bill.
Absolutely. What kind of person is this? What kind of non-person is this? So
right.
I mean, that was really the early days of AI fear mongering, really. Is what it comes down to. The intro to the Jets.
That's right.
All of 4 people may understand what's happening right now.
Yes. All right. So do you want me to walk through?
Yeah, like show me what you're showing. Yeah.
Because I think this is worth showing people, because my point in saying that there's a stigma with AI content is that we are doing this as a experiment, as a case study of kind of 2 things, I would say. One, what's possible right now with the current technology, and kind of like I would say a glimpse into the future a little bit. I think there's going to be more of this types of content. I think the fact that, it's funny, I used to do a lot of corporate sales, and one of my sales jobs is renowned for kind of their corporate sales training. And that company was Sam Adams, Boston Beer Company. They're very well thought of as the best sales training in the beverage industry at the very least. But I think in, all of kind of that corporate food and beverage industry, right? And one of the things that I learned through my training that has never faded, and it applies to so many things, was we had to work through, as a sales rep, you really managed the distributor level, right? And so it was like you were at the top, and the distributor had all of these distributor sales reps that would actually go and call on all of the stores and sell your items into the store. And so, if you really wanted to be successful, you had to win the hearts and minds of not the store owner, but the distributor rep. Because if the distributor rep liked you, then they're going to push your things and all that stuff, right? And so the term that we always used was multiply yourself. And in that context, it meant, make the distributor rep an extension of you. But I've never really lost that term, because I think it applies to a lot of things, right? And so There's only so much time in the day. There's only so much individual pieces of content you can write.
Right.
But when you think about how to multiply yourself, it's how do you repurpose the content you're making? How do you create new original stuff out of technology that's available? And how do you distribute it? Right. And so that's kind of, I think, the experiment we're doing here. How do we multiply ourselves? And in this specific case, it's literally multiplying ourselves in a digital version, which is our clones. And so the first step of this is to make it listenable and entertaining, right?
Yeah,
So
which is the most difficult part.
it's the most difficult part. Once we get this part down, I think sky's the limit. So I mean, if you'll indulge me, I'll share. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's do it. 100%.
Okay, so here's the process behind trying to actually do this. Maybe what we should do first, Chamber, is do you have a clip we could play of
Yeah, for
Mid-Mike
sure.
Daily Bite like we did last week?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pull it up now. I'm gonna pull up the latest one because I thought that one was really good.
That was definitely the best one so far. And that was what was the topic there? I forget. Flux
That
or
one
Elon?
was
I don't remember.
cloning.
Oh, AI clones. Of course.
Yeah,
That's
cloning
very
yourself, yeah.
fitting. We should definitely do that.
I
So,
believe
okay. So this is our latest episode. What did we put it out? Monday. So these will go out daily. I'm still tweaking. Now I'm being a perfectionist and I won't put one out unless it's good. So
no, that's fair.
unless
And I
get the
mean,
process down.
that is that's what you want. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna share my screen.
While you're getting yours ready, I'm just gonna get my window fired up here too for when it's my turn.
All right. So can you see that?
Yeah, I think the first when we start doing these, the first piece of feedback that I think is worth noting was it should, we do this show every week. People are accustomed to the way we speak in terms of I say the same intro every time. I say the same outro every time. And when you hear an AI version of yourself give the same thing you've said 1,000+ times, you can tell, right? There's, even if it's the best version of an AI voice clone, it doesn't quite have that same inflection.
Right.
So the first thing we did was change the jingle, right? So
Yep.
the new intro song to delineate a daily bite, new intro and outro.
Daily Bite, it's the Mid-Mike Daily Bite, it's the Mid-Mike Daily Bite, it's the Mid-Mike Daily Bite.
Welcome.
So that's the intro. And
That's
then
the
do you
intro.
want to play the intro as well?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like yeah, here. I'll give you a little taste.
Welcome to Mid-Mike Crisis Daily Bite. I'm Bunchu, joined by my digital doppelganger, Chamber. Today, we're talking about AI clones. Chamber, ready to meet your digital twin?
Listen, Bunch, I'm not sure the world is ready for two of me. One's already pushing it, but let's dive in. What's the deal with these AI clones?
Well,
unreal.
I'm like smiling because I can't even believe that's what it sounds like. And I think the intro is probably the hardest thing to do.
Yes.
Give a little clip of the middle, because I thought the middle was really good. So the intro, I think, is the easiest thing to do in terms of like structuring it, right?
Yes.
It's I think what really becomes hard is keeping this thing to feel conversational, to have back and forth dialogue, to have and to stay kind of on topic, be true to who you and I are as people, but allow some space to explore the studio as well, right?
Totally. All right, I'll play a little bit of the middle here. Listen, it's out there somewhere. My AI clone will probably find it while I'm sleeping. But seriously, what are the downsides to this technology?
Well, there are significant privacy concerns. Plus, it raises questions about human legacy and the nature of consciousness. Is an AI clone really you, or just a sophisticated imitation?
That's deep, Bunch. It's like that old philosophical question. If a tree falls in the forest and only AI Chamber hears it, does it make a sound?
I'm pretty sure that's not how that question goes, but I appreciate the effort. Let's talk about some potential applications of this technology.
All right.
Unreal.
So yeah, that didn't even get the jokes. It made some Napoleon jokes in there that were just wonderful. But so okay, so I think what we're accomplishing there, it feels very conversational, right?
Yeah. Well, I
Uh,
was noting, like, I don't think either of us speaks for any longer than 10 to 15 seconds.
No, and that's by design. And it
Yeah.
took me a really long time to get even that in the spot where you could produce something like that, right? The very first versions of this were like, I don't know, 25, 30-second blocks of you and I talking. There weren't very many back and forth interactions. Now it will interrupt, like you'll interrupt me and ask me a clarifying question and I'll do the same and things like that. So a single episode is very good in
Mhm.
terms of I could get it to a spot where we've got that format. It feels right. It's conversational. It's fun. It's funny. It's informative. The content is good. The hurdle becomes, in order to do it in a way that is kind of automated and repeatable, it's formulaic, right? So how do you, like, when you listen to it day after day after day, you start to understand that it starts to have patterns, and
Right.
that's the thing that is very difficult to solve for in what I'm trying to do. And so that's the spot we're at now. How do we get it to a place where it's fresh every day? You don't hear the exact same Bigfoot joke day by day, even though we make the same one week after week.
Right. That's a
But
week in
in it,
between.
yeah, that's a week in between and not in a 5-minute interval every single day, right? So the process is hard. So let me show you how we're working on this, because I think the more you understand about how it's being done, the more interesting the show itself becomes, right? And so the idea here is to give the Daily Bite a life of its own, create its own new show stuff, right? Its own jokes, its own recurring segments, its own you know lore, if you will, from show to show, that builds on itself over time, and while maintaining our truths, right? Like, they are Chamber and Bunchu, even if they are digital versions of
Right.
ourselves. And that means it has to be accurate on, you have 2 daughters, I have 2 sons, I'm X years old, I'm a fan of Penn State, you're a Lakers fan, you like Bigfoot, I like nothing in particular, and and things of that nature, right? So that's where it becomes really hard. So I'll show here kind of the workflow of what it looks like. And this is, so right now it scripts itself based on all our prompts, right? But it comes down and does this big old workflow right here. So it's coming in from my database, it's taking our topic of the day, it's doing a bunch of shit, it's running it's running these prompts, and these are huge prompts that I built that are just about who we are, what the show is, all the, like, see how long this thing is?
It's crazy.
And it's wild. And that's, like, what I call our showrunner, and then it scripts the show, right? And after it scripts the show, there's a system prompt in here as well. After it scripts the show, it parses all of our parts. It goes and records all of mine and drops them in a file or a folder. It records all of yours, drops them in a folder, etc. Then, so that's how you produce one single episode.
Right.
And so you can repeat that a million times. The problem becomes, how do you make it fresh, right? So what we're trying to do here is, we've got all of our mid-mic episodes here, which have our transcripts, and you can see our transcripts for every show that we've done on mid-mic. And we're basically adding metadata to every single interaction that we've done in a single episode, right? So it's got stuff like, okay, the segment ID, segment number, this is a personal anecdote, right? And so now when you start to classify each of these interactions that way, you can essentially create freshness, right? Or avoid repetitiveness, because I can now use AI to say, hey, read this, understand which personal anecdotes we used last episode, and avoid them for this episode. Or, hey, we haven't used this one in a while, maybe these are good to add, right? And so what you have to do then is, here's kind of the new workflow that comes on top of that, and avoid this junk down here because that's still a work in progress. But Chamber, there's math involved.
That's the first thing I noticed when you showed me. I'm like, does that one just say math?
There's fucking math. There's math. I was told there'd be no math.
I was told the AI would do the math for me.
I especially know public math, and I'm fucking pissed. So anyway, so here's what we're trying to do now. You've got all of our transcripts, right? And it's pulling all that data I just showed you. It's classifying everything. And here, using AI, it's creating all of the show elements, right? And then based on that, it's pulling out of each episode, it's pulling out, what are the key topics? What were the jokes that were made? What were the recurring elements in each show? What are the new lore, personal elements, and the segments that we did, right? And then you have to find out if you did it before, like if it exists in the database, how close it is to something else, because they're not exact matches, right? While there might be a Bigfoot joke every day now, you might be saying, I might say you look like Sasquatch today, but tomorrow's Bigfoot joke might be about whatever the topic of the day is, but still, that's too many Bigfoot
That's too many Bigfoot jokes. I agree.
Right. So you have to then classify and score all of the jokes. So what's happening here is I'm giving everything kind of a similarity score and a closest match, right? So you've got Chambers caveman look is what this one says. And it goes and looks in the database and says, hey, when was the last time we referred to Chambers caveman, Chamber looking like a caveman? And it scores it and then sends it down a bunch of stuff. And the output of this will be that you can keep the show fresh every single day and follow
build upon lore and
build upon itself. Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
What are your thoughts? Did you have any idea I was doing all this in the background?
I know you're up to something in the background. I didn't know the exact specs of what you were putting together, but yeah, I love the step-by-step process of this. There's a part of me that wishes I was doing it too.
It's kind of fun to do until you hit the math part.
Exactly. But there is a Lego aspect to it, or if you follow the steps, it will kind of solve itself. But when you get those hurdles, imagine the pieces either go missing for a certain amount of time, or there's something that happens where it's very frustrating, and trying to solve for that is very interesting. So I'm happy that I'm not doing it, but I'm also a little envious that I'm not doing it.
Well, the next steps. Okay, so where do we want to take this, Chamber? What's the perfect world look like to you?
I think the perfect world would be a daily show that is topical, like literally topical, like within the last 24-hour kind of piece of news, that generates titles that are good for SEO. So usually what that means is like a topic that has for today we put and we will get to this in one moment, but like Project Strawberry, OpenAI, or GPT-5. Like those keywords are really, really good for SEO stuff, as opposed to cloning yourself with AI, and that was a title I had created, but there's not enough. It was too generic of a title, so being a bit more specific, I think, is going to help. But yeah, just something, and like you said, that doesn't utilize the same kind of references over and over again. That is, and then that's
what
funny.
about video?
Well, video is, yeah, that's the next level. I do want us to have I think an animated version of ourselves, so like a cartoon style or some sort of animation, where the AI then creates video, animated video based on the script and the audio that it's already created. I think that would be very interesting. Then we could post it to YouTube, and it'd be, I think, something that'll be very digestible for people and entertaining. So, yeah, I think that's where essentially we would like to get to.
That's where we're going. So now you know all about the mid-mic daily bite.
And honestly, I think the best part of it is all the things that we talk about. We're utilizing all of them to create something. Kind of, this is the end result of all the things that we talk about. You know what I mean?
Which I think is the most fun part. Like, who
Yeah.
gives a shit about talking about it if you can't use it? You know?
Exactly.
The
So
fun
we're kind
is
of
using it.
absolutely. So we're kind of showing people like, okay, this is with all the stuff that we talk about. This is one thing that you could create with all of those. Whether it's different programs or different apps. I like that part of it.
There are costs associated with it, so if you want to sponsor us, just hit us up.
Yeah. Okay. Talk with my hands and it doesn't get blurry, which is great.
Look at that. Yeah, dude, you're looking so good. All right, should we switch over to what we were supposed to?
Yeah,
talk about
I don't know
today?
if we lost Claudio. But Claudio was where's my guy Claudio here? He popped up here. So it's Project Strawberry coming out tomorrow. Now that Grok 2 got released.
Claudio is super definitely hip on the rumors and the drama going on, it seems. So
yeah.
Do you know about Project Strawberry in general? Let's start there.
So yes. So I know a little bit of it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mess it up. You just tell me. I do know some of it.
No, I like it better when you try to do it first.
There's some dude on Twitter.
Oh well, we didn't even get there yet. Hold on.
Okay.
We didn't even
that's
get
all.
there
That's
yet.
where it starts for me. It's like the person
Okay.
on Twitter.
Okay.
So
but do you know what Project Strawberry is?
Is it GPT-5? That's all I. That's all I know.
Okay, so these
it's
are the
possibly GPT-5.
Project Strawberry is a secretive initiative by OpenAI.
Was it also called? Sorry, what is it? Was it also called Q-Star?
Yes.
I was getting confused in my thorough research.
Yeah. Yes. So, secretive initiative by OpenAI, which has hinted at by Sam Altman. The project is believed to be focusing on developing advanced reasoning capabilities for AI models. So, this could potentially enable them to perform more complex tasks. So, people are thinking this could be something that leads to, more usable agentic systems, navigate the internet autonomously, for example, for deep research. And it's kind of seen as like this thing that's going to be the next step forward towards this, path to AGI, where AI can perform a bunch of interconnected tasks and predict outcomes.
AGI was the key word that was coming out of all of the things that I was listening to and reading, is that AGI aspect of
Yes. And so, because in order to get to AGI, right, you need systems that can not only reason correctly and thoroughly, but also take action on something, right?
And what does AGI stand for again, just so I can remember? And for people
artificial general intelligence.
There it is.
Yes.
Artificial general intelligence.
Which is, defined, I guess, again, by a level of intelligence that surpasses or is equal to, equal to your average human intelligence, right? So
that's pretty good.
And capabilities of action, right? So
because I've been on record telling people in my life that an average person, could honestly do 90% of things in the world if they just had the initiative. If they just focused on it and did it, like you could be a surgeon. You could be like there's certain things I can't do. Like
I mean, not you, but like
I mean, again,
you could be a surgeon.
in theory, somebody could do this. But yeah, so like when you say an average person, I do think an average person can do quite a lot of things if given the
well, just imagine all the things that you would if you had an average person sitting next to you that could go do anything that an average person could, all the shit you could do, right?
Correct. Yes.
So
it would be
that's
phenomenal.
the way to think about it. So average in this scenario, I don't think is a bad thing, right? It's
no,
like
not at all.
Average is the good thing that's going to get you something that's extremely, extremely capable because the average person, as you just described, is very capable of a lot of things.
Mhm.
And so second question is, do you know why it's now secretly called or lovingly called Project Strawberry instead of or outside of the original term, which was Q Star?
Sam Altman tweeted a picture of a strawberry patch. Is that correct?
I love how I love how you are so into now the rumors that are going on that you've got this very good context of what's happening. But you're missing some of the backstory.
100%. I'm missing lots of the backstory.
Yeah, you got a lot. So because this project is focused on advanced reasoning capabilities, is how I guess the loving term Project Strawberry came about, which before last week, if you were to ask, and I don't even know if you know this, if you were to ask ChatGPT how many R's are in the word strawberry, it would get it wrong.
I saw this, but I saw a different word. I saw somebody ask ChatGPT how many L's were in Lollapalooza, and it got it wrong.
Same idea.
Okay,
right.
So that's where the strawberry came from.
Same idea, because everybody would use strawberry as the example. I'm going to send you an image into our chat, and because I did an example of this just the other day, so I just want you to kind of see it. There's a kind of a before and after here, but so up until last week, it wouldn't get it right. And now all of a sudden over the past week, if you ask ChatGPT how many R's are in strawberry, it gets it correct, and blueberry and Lollapalooza, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the reason it was getting it wrong before is the way that these LLMs tokenize words and how they reason over words, right? So it was somehow, I don't know exactly, not understanding that strawberry was one word. It was treating kind of berry as one, straw as another, right? And so that's why it would tell you that, strawberry had different words, and same with blueberry, right? Because it's kind of like these words that are potentially two words or two tokens that are,
right. OpenAI doesn't necessarily see it as a word, as more of like a
token.
Exactly. Okay,
yes.
Cool.
And so
I'm on.
words are even broken out into tokens. So like when you hear something has a context window of 128,000 tokens, that's roughly, I think they say 1 word, or sorry, 4 words is a token, or sorry, maybe it's the other way around. It's 2 words, or I don't know, but there's multiple words in a token, right?
Got you.
Or multiple tokens in a word, whichever one it is. Slightly
they aren't
different.
equal. They are not equal.
They are not equal, and that's the reason that it's classified, or that's why it's the Project Strawberry, right?
Got you. Okay. All right.
And so here's where all the fun and rumors started that you've been reading.
Yeah, that's all I care about is rumors and hearsay and conspiracy.
Okay, so talk about the Twitter account that I showed you.
So there was a Twitter. It's
what's the handle?
I rule the world, Mo. I run the world, Mo. I'm trying to think.
Which one is it?
It's one of those two. 1 second, I'll pull it up here. It is, I think it's I Rule the World, Mo. So there's this Twitter account that came out, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
I Rule the World, Mo. Yeah, so just as it's spelled, M-O. And yeah, joined August, or it says August 2022, but I feel like maybe they're just...
Yeah, but so let's put it this way. When I followed this account on less than 2 weeks ago, it had 700 followers, which is how nerdy I am, I guess.
You followed it when it was less than 700?
Yeah, I think it was like 795 when I
So just to
followed
give the audience a comparison here, I followed it when they were at 23,000.
and today they're at 29,600 followers.
That's wild. Here, I'm going to show. Here is I Rule the World. Mo has been posting strawberry pics, AI generated.
You're not sharing the screen. There you go.
Oh, is it not? Oh,
now you are.
You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. So here it is. Here it's Joaquin Phoenix from Her. It's the background here, I believe, is the same image that Sam Altman tweeted the other day, saying he loved being in the garden, I believe. And yeah, just AI generated strawberry pictures, and hinting lots of little conspiracy hints all throughout.
Okay, so part of the conspiracy hinting that was going on. So this account popped up and it started tweeting out potential leaks and rumors of, model drops and all of this stuff. And it was basically hinting that this week, or actually it started by saying something was coming last week, right? And I don't believe it was right. And so there's been kind of all this crazy controversial stuff around this character, right? So the Twitter handle, obviously, I Rule the World Mo, has recently gained significant attention with the tech and AI communities. The account has been posting cryptic messages and teasers that seem to be connected to an ongoing project or development within OpenAI. And it's been active in creating all this crazy hype that people are have lots of mixed feelings about. But like the thing that gave, I guess, fuel to the fire is...
Yeah, because some people are saying this is Sam Altman's alt account.
Right. So like that was something that started being a thing, right? And then, we talked about this Project Strawberry being this reasoning upgrade, right? And we talked a couple weeks ago about OpenAI releasing their kind of like 5 levels to AGI, right? And level 2, I believe, was reasoning. And so this tweet from August 7th was put out by, Strawberry Man, as they lovingly call him now. And it says, "Welcome to level 2. How do you feel? Did I make you feel?" And Sam Altman replies to it and he says, "Amazing, TBH." And this sent, the whole space into a tizzy on, oh my God, is this Sam Altman's alt? What does this person know? Et cetera, et cetera. And that was like the thing that, sent this account into,
stratosphere.
Stratosphere, right? And then after this, he was predicting that this week there was going to be all these big model drops and things like that. He said that Google was releasing something. He said that OpenAI was going to be releasing things. And he's kind of been touting that this, new frontier model, this new step change model was going to be coming. And what's funny is over the weekend is when that, strawberry problem, like that strawberry benchmark test was started to work in ChatGPT. I believe Tuesday or Monday, ChatGPT app Twitter account tweeted that there was a new update and there was a new model. It was, they've since kind of, I wouldn't say backtracked on it, but they made it seem like it could potentially be like this new big frontier model.
Right.
And they've now said since that it's just kind of an upgrade to GPT-4o. But
because there's no GPT 4.5, correct?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, it's just GPT-4o right now. And so people are expecting that, is this the thing? What they are also rumored is like, the Llama models, the Meta open source ones, when they just released their newest model a couple weeks ago, there was kind of like 3 tiers. There was a small one, which is like 8 billion parameters that it was trained on. There was and a medium and a large, and then the large one was 405 billion parameters, I believe, and that's the one that was benchmarking against Claude and GPT-4 4o and stuff like that. So then he was rumoring that this was basically GPT-4o large that was getting released. And so they did come out Tuesday and say, hey, there's a new model that was coming. Gemini or Google Gemini yesterday released information on their voice assistant, which was a competitor now to the new GPT-4 advanced voices mode that we're all kind of still waiting to get access to. And so like he's not been totally wrong. He's been very hypey, and that has people has mixed feelings. I kind of enjoy it a little bit.
I think on Twitter it's fine. Like that's where that stuff should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It feels right.
I think the problem comes when you've got Sam Altman engaging with it as well. Right.
Now, is that the only time he's engaged with it?
With that account?
Yes.
Probably. Yes.
I feel like that's okay. If you're Sam Altman, you can do it one time. You get one fun Twitter, like, you know what I mean? Just to kind of stoke the fire a little bit. But I do enjoy the kind of like positioning, like almost like a horse race for these different AI companies. You know what I mean? Like, it was Claude, it was GPT, it was
ChatGPT forever, and then all of a sudden Claude and Meta's Llama model and all this stuff.
Well, Grok 2 just launched today or yesterday?
Grok 2 just launched, like overnight. Like overnight. And that's super interesting. We didn't even get to that. We're gonna run out of time, but
we'll touch on that next episode.
Maybe the Daily Bite tomorrow will be
that's a good
Grok action. Yeah.
You never know. You never know what we're gonna say on the Daily Bite.
That's right. We don't even know. We don't even know. So you're right. There's kind of like this back and forth thing going on, which is really exciting, I guess. It's but anyway, so just to wrap up the Strawberry Man stuff, people thought that he could be connected to OpenAI, could be a potential Sam Altman alt. People were saying that the account itself was like a model, like that was an agent, and it's not actually a real person. Some people are saying it's kind of a marketing campaign. Some people are saying it's like a psyop for data collection. And then, there's just
everything's a psyop for data collection.
Is this person just a, insider somewhere? Right. And
industry plant.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I lost you for a second there.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying industry plant.
Right, exactly. And then, but so, it kind of got out of control, right? And so since in the past 24 hours or so, the ChatGPT account unfollowed him. So did some OpenAI employees on X. And I guess they confirmed that he's not, part of OpenAI or whatever.
Or is that just what they want you to believe?
Yeah, that's exactly what they would say.
That's what I would do if I was trying to get people off my scent.
That's right. So anyway, that's the rumors on the street. But we're in the midst.
are we just waiting right now? Is that what we're just waiting?
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for a lot of stuff, I think, like from OpenAI, and people are saying, well, are they losing their lead? I tend to think they're just biding their time. You know what I mean? In terms
Yeah.
of when they're going to release stuff. There's, tremendous pressure on these companies to release things that are safe to use, quote unquote, right? And so,
Totally.
like, there was this leak of what the advanced voice mode was doing during red teaming last week. That was really crazy, which it like stopped somebody mid-sentence and cloned their voice and was saying no to them, and it was really creepy and weird.
Really?
So, like, you can't put that out into the public yet,
No.
but they're now saying that like the FAQs are being updated and all this stuff. So maybe we're getting advanced voice mode this week. Maybe that's what's going to come tomorrow. That would be pretty damn cool. I would be pumped about that. Yeah, but anyway, that's the big main story. The answer to your question though, and the headline question of the show, Strawberry, I don't believe is GPT-5. It's more.
Is it GPT 4.5 maybe?
I'm not even sure it's necessarily a model. More potentially a technique, like a new reasoning system or something like that. Because ChatGPT is definitely different in the last week. I've actually gone back to using it over Claude for most things right at the moment. But that could change any day. You never know.
Right,
But anyway, all right. What do we want to do for the end of the show here? I see you've got something pulled up.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you something. So we're gonna play. I feel like we're gonna play What's Too Many because there's a couple of things I want to show you. Okay.
Oh, before we do that, we should say why we are not doing 1 minute of pain.
That's right.
Yes, I don't want to congratulate him in front of the world without him just announcing it. But let's just say producer Payne is off today, taking care of a very important family milestone. So if you see or hear producer Payne out in those streets, give him a congratulations and let him tell you what it's for. But congrats to producer Payne. Anyway, let's get to do we have a jingle for this one yet?
Oh, we got a jingle for it. Yeah.
All right, let's get to What's Too Many.
What's too many? What's too many? Why did it? Can't keep trying. What's too many? What's too many?
What's too many? So before we play, I was messing around with WebSim AI the other day.
I thought that's what this was.
Yeah, so I was messing around, and these are a couple of. I wanted to show you the two that I published. So I published two of them, and I thought this one was really good. This is Quick Pick Flicks, and it's just a randomizer for discovering premium TV series or movies. And what it did is it's just randomly selecting TV shows or movies that have a 8.0 or higher on IMDb. And then, so say you're in the mood for a TV series, and you can scroll down. Maybe you want a comedy, right? So you can click Discover Now. Oh, 1 second, maybe I got to refresh. This one didn't work. Maybe drama. Let's see if that works. There we go.
Hey, look at that.
So drama gives us Breaking Bad. It's a 9.5. High school's chemistry teacher turned methamphetamine producer. You can do the same thing with movies. So say I want to show my daughter a horror movie. Oh no, we'll do thriller, and it'll do the same thing. Oh no, it's not working today.
I'm so proud of you, by the way, though.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah, this is so cool. It's funny. I was talking to ZG about something like this the other day, and yeah, this is. It
also tell you what service it's on too. That was the other thing. So
that's really cool.
Like what service it's on.
Here's one more thing you could try to add to it.
Sure.
You could either try to add like the human reinforcement learning. So like, was this a good suggestion or not? And
Right.
then 2 would be like, oh, add it to a board or add it to my list or something, right? So it's like, oh, I've got this random thing, I'm interested of it. Let me like bookmark it, save it for later or something. That would be cool. Almost like creating a Pinterest board out of it. But yeah, so that's super cool. I love it.
Can you see all this?
Yeah. I have, dude, mine is, I literally,
Sorry, I'm signed out.
I literally
I'm
hit
like, why
the,
isn't it working?
the
Like,
max. You are just
this is not working for me. Okay, so that doesn't matter. We'll stop it there. Because I did put some random. I did the same thing for What's Too Many, where it would just generate random stuff. But I did put some.
Damn! I wish that worked.
We'll get it. It does work, but I did, because I have a bad memory. I did put some in my phone notes, and I know they're there, but I forget what they are. That's the problem with my memory. So I know we have some in there that, you know, whether I'm walking around or all right. So here.
Cass jumped in, says, super late to a great topic. Is this recorded? Cass, not only is it recorded, it goes out on YouTube on video format. It goes out to all the places you listen to podcasts. So yes, you can definitely catch it on a replay. You might want to watch the video. This one was probably good video.
This
Plus,
is where
Chambers got a new camera.
You're not gonna like where it goes from here, Cass.
Yeah, you actually tuned in at the worst part.
So what's too many is a topic that I think of a lot. Like, what's too many of a certain thing. So I was walking the other day, and here are just some things that came to my mind.
Oh, we've got multiple. All right.
Yeah. So I forgot what they were, but I knew when I pulled it
out. You want me to
rapid
fire how many?
Yes. So yes, you rapid fire. So I was walking the other day. I saw a truck with 3 Canadian flags on it. I don't know about
Canadian
you.
Flags?
Oh yeah, all Canadian flags. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing that happens in the US. The more flags, the more questionable that person
actual
might
flags?
Be. You know, yeah, flags.
Like
hanging
there that can blow in the wind?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So
full size or fun size?
On a car. So car-sized flags. What's too many?
1.
What? 1 is too many, or is more than 1?
No, 1 is too many. Don't put flags on your car.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
So I would say 1 is okay. 1, you're patriotic. Anything more than 1, you may have a problem.
Okay. Well, yeah. Never mind. Go ahead.
Pant poops per year. As an adult.
Full on.
You know, whatever. How an uncomfortable 2 is too many. I agree. You get 1 per year.
Yeah, everybody gets 1. Everybody gets 1, and I mean that's fair. I think.
All right, I love that. Poops per year. I like that one.
Adults, correct?
Adult pant poops per year.
1. Sorry, 2. 2's too many.
2 is too many. I agree.
Yeah.
Delivery orders per week. So whether that's pizza delivery using DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever, delivery or food delivery orders per week.
3.
3 is too many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would say 4 is too many. I think 3. You get like a Monday, Wednesday weekend or something like that.
We're calibrating here towards me being generally 1 less than whatever you think it is.
I'm a man that likes excess.
Whether
it's pooping my pants,
flags, shit in his pants, and ordering out. Those are the things.
Did we lose Cass?
I don't know. We probably did.
We gotta laugh.
I'm adding those to the personas on Daily Bite.
That's funny. But
those
yes,
things.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'll get the site working, so next time we'll have the generative topic that pops up. But I wrote those 3 down in my musings out and about in the real world. And
I like that you're doing these based on things you see in the real world. Yeah.
Yes, I am. And the pooping of the pantsing I was listening to I think it was like a podcast, and somebody had mentioned that it had happened to them. I think it was like a New Girl podcast. I'm a big
New Girl
fan.
podcast?
Oh, it was like the guys from New Girl.
You love New Girl so much that you listen to podcasts on it?
I do love New Girl.
I had a before we go, I had a question for you based on your first WebSim demo.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, because it just Breaking Bad just came up as the recommendation. I read an article this week and somebody was saying that the show Mr. Robot is the best show ever made. I have never seen it. Have you seen it?
It's fine. It's fine. It's not the best show. No one.
Should I watch it?
Show. Yes, of course. It's a good show.
Okay.
It's a good show, but nobody with any credentials says it's the greatest show ever made. It sounds like an AI, like somebody.
It could
like
be.
AI would say.
Dude, it totally could have been.
Yeah. But
write me a blog post. Write me a controversial blog post about how Breaking Bad is not the best show of all time.
I don't know how Breaking Bad is not the greatest show of all time. Like I try to find better shows than that, but I don't know how many times I've rewatched it.
I got a what's too many for you.
How many times?
How many seasons of a show is too many?
6.
Let's go drama. So or like
six seasons is too many.
Because I think comedy is different than a drama.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Yeah.
6 seasons is too many. 5 you can get it done in 5 seasons. That's all you need.
think that's probably about right, actually. I might have said 7, but because I could
7 is definitely. Yeah, I don't mind a 6. I don't mind a 6.
Right.
But you can definitely do it in 5.
How many versions of Bunchu and Chamber are too many?
Just 2 versions. So there's
2 is too many.
No, like 3
is too many. Yeah,
3 is too many. Yeah. Real version and one AI version. That's
right. That's it. And the AI version is going to go do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. What they do from there, I don't know.
Because of Project Strawberry.
Right.
And that's going to do it for us today. Until next time, keep the mic hot.
Hit the wrong button. I'm the worst.
You suck today.
I'm terrible. I'm too busy looking at my beautiful face.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
So good. Bye.
What have I done? What have I become? I can't describe this.